Hello students, myself Dr. Rajeshwari HV, working as an assistant professor in chemistry, JSS Arts, Science and Commerce College, Kokak. This is my fourth video on the chapter Chemical Energetics and Ionic Equilibrium, part 1. And in this video, I will be discussing the topic Important Principles and Definitions of Thermochemistry. Well, thermochemistry is also the very important topic in thermodynamics. Let us define thermochemistry. It is defined as the branch of chemistry which deals with energy changes involved in any chemical reaction. As soon as we say it is a chemical reaction, the energy changes in any chemical reaction are mainly due to the breaking of the existing bonds and the formation of the new bonds. And that is why thermochemistry is defined as the branch of chemistry which deals with energy changes involved in any chemical reaction. So, these energy changes can be illustrated with the help of the potential energy diagram. Now, let us understand the change in internal energy in any chemical reaction. So, we have already learnt about the internal energy in the previous videos. Every substance has a definite amount of energy known as internal energy, or it is also known as intrinsic energy, which is represented using the symbol delta E or delta U. Okay, and the change in internal energy is delta E or delta U. We cannot find the exact value of the internal energy. We can only find the change in the internal energy through the experiment. In case of exothermic reaction, the energy of reactants is more than the energy of the products. That is why the change in internal energy is determined by subtracting the energy of reactants minus the products. Whereas in case of endothermic reaction, the energy of products is greater than the energy of reactants, and the change in internal energy in case of endothermic reaction is determined by subtracting the internal energy of products minus the internal energy of the reactants. With this, let us know about the change in enthalpy in any chemical reaction. And internal energy and enthalpy are the very important properties that we frequently use in thermochemistry as well as thermodynamics. Whereas enthalpy is represented using the symbol capital H, and enthalpy is defined as the total heat content of the system. It is represented using the equation that is H is equal to E plus PV, or delta H is equal to delta E plus P delta V. Since according to the ideal gas equation PV is equal to RT, we can also write the expression as delta H is equal to delta E plus delta N into RT, where E represents internal energy, P is the pressure, and V is the volume of the system, and N is the number of moles of the reactants. Now, just like the internal energy, enthalpy is also state function. So, enthalpy as well as internal energy only depends on the present status of the system. That is, it depends on the initial state and the final state of the system. It is independent of the path. That is why internal energy and enthalpy is known as state function, and we cannot find the exact value of the enthalpy just like internal energy. We can only find the change in the internal energy can be accurately measured experimentally. The change in the enthalpy can be accurately measured experimentally. Therefore, while the heat change delta H in a process is equal to its change in internal energy at constant volume, that is delta H is equal to delta E. So, we can understand this with the help of equation. This equation, if the volume is constant, delta V will be 0, then the equation reduces to delta H is equal to delta E. So with this, let us understand the exothermic reactions and endothermic reactions using the potential energy diagram. So that is, change in enthalpy in any chemical reaction can be explained with the help of potential energy diagram. So the endothermic and exothermic reactions have been illustrated here with the help of potential energy diagram, where potential energy is y-axis and the reaction coordinate or the reaction pathway comes in the x-axis. For any chemical reaction, the change in enthalpy can be found out. That is, delta H is a change in enthalpy can be determined by subtracting the enthalpy of products minus reactants. So we have two types of reaction, endothermic reaction and exothermic reaction. So look into the first diagram. The energy of reactants is less compared to energy of the products. So then such a reaction is said to be an endothermic reaction, where the energy of products is greater than the reactants and delta H will be positive. That means heat is absorbed by the reaction, absorbed during the reaction. Whereas in case of exothermic reaction, the products have less energy than the reactants. We can observe here the energy of products is less than the reactants and delta H is equal to negative because heat is given out during the reaction. So through the potential energy diagram, we have understood the change in enthalpy in the chemical reactions. So we have discussed two type of reactions, endothermic reactions and exothermic reactions. What are endothermic reactions? So these are the reactions which are accompanied by evolution of the heat. During the reaction, the heat is given out. So example for exothermic reactions will be melting of ice cubes. And what are endothermic reactions? These are the reactions which are accompanied by absorption of the heat. The heat is absorbed during the reaction. So evaporation of water will be an example for endothermic reaction. Enthalpy and internal energy can be expressed using the units, that is kilocalories or joules and calories can be used. 1 kilocalorie is 1000 calories and 1 calorie is equal to 4.18 joules and 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4.18 kilojoules. So with this, if you come to the sign conventions, both in case of delta H and delta E, that is change in enthalpy as well as change in internal energy, the sign conventions remains the same. The first case, negative sign of delta H and delta E shows that heat is evolved and the reaction is exothermic. That is, heat is given out. If you write delta H or delta E is equal to negative, that means heat is given out by the during the reaction and the reaction is termed as exothermic. The positive sign of delta H and delta E indicates that heat energy is absorbed during the reaction and the reaction is said to be endothermic in nature. Now with this, let us derive an expression, that is relationship between enthalpy of the reaction at constant volume and constant pressure. The quantities delta H and delta E, delta H is change in enthalpy and delta E is change in internal energy, are related to each other by the expression delta H is equal to delta E plus P delta V, which is taken as equation number 1, where delta V is the change in volume that takes place in a given reaction. Now let us consider the reaction A plus B to give the products C plus D, and the number of moles have been represented as small a and small b, small c and small d. A change in number of moles is equal to number of moles of products minus the number of moles of reactants. So what are the products here? C plus D. The number of moles of products are small c plus small d, whereas the number of moles of reactants are small a plus small b. Okay. Now the change in the number of moles can be represented using the symbol delta N, where N represents the number of moles of either reactants and the products. let the volume occupied by 1 mole of the gas be taken as V, then the change in volume, that is delta V, is equal to the change in number of moles into volume occupied by 1 mole of the gas. Now we have find out the change in number of moles, that is taken as delta N, where N represents the number of moles, and V will be the volume occupied by the gas. Now multiply both sides of the expression by P. Both LHS and RHS is multiplied by P. Now, and the expression reduces to equation number 2, that is P into delta V is equal to PV into delta N. But we know that according to an ideal gas equation, that is PV is equal to RT for 1 mole of an ideal gas. Now putting RT in place of PV in equation 2. So we have PV here in equation 2. Since PV is equal to RT, write RT in place of PV in equation 2. Then we arrive at the expression P delta V is equal to RT delta N, which is taken as equation number 3. So with this substituting the value of P delta V in equation 1, if you go back to equation 1, it is delta H is equal to delta E plus P delta V, and in place of P delta V substitute RT delta N. Then we have the expression delta H is equal to delta E plus RT delta N, that is taken as equation number 4. And here delta H is nothing but the heat changes of the reaction at constant pressure, and delta E is the heat changes of the reaction at constant volume. Remember, delta H is always greater than delta E. And it may be pointed out that while determining the delta H, only the number of moles of gaseous reactants and the products have been taken into the consideration. So we don't take the solid or the liquid samples for the consideration. It is applied only for the gaseous reactants and the products of the reaction. And the value of gas constant is taken either in calories or the joules. If it is in terms of calories, it is 1.987 calories. If it is in terms of joules, then it is 8.314 joules. So with this, let us know what is a thermochemical equation. Usually when we represent a thermochemical equation, so the example is given here. This indicates the amount of heat change, either it is observed or evolved in the reaction or a process, is called thermochemical equation. So look into the expression here. The formation of water is represented here, and the heat changes have been represented here. That is delta H is equal to minus 68.32 kilocalories. So minus represents heat is evolved or given out by the reaction. If we write plus, it is heat is absorbed by the reaction. And apart from this, whenever we represent a thermochemical equation, the equation should be a balanced equation. And then the value of either delta H, that is change in enthalpy, or delta E, change in internal energy of the reaction, should be given. And the physical states of the reactants and products should be represented using, if it is a solid, we write S in the inverted commas in the bracket, and if it is a liquid, we write small l. If it is a gas, we write G in the bracket. If it is in the aqueous state, we write aqueous, and these representations are important. This will give the physical states of the reactants and the products. So what is a thermochemical equation? An equation which indicates the amount of heat change evolved or absorbed in any reaction or a process is called thermochemical equation. So with this, in the next video, let us know what is the standard state and standard state. Thank you.